Welcome. Welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. To the Renee Allen and Friends Show. We have a wonderful guest in the studio. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Right.
Miss Renee.
Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Starlin Allen, the host of the Renee Allen and Friends Show here on WLVS Radio, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. Well, this platform is for people to really know what's going on, not just locally, but globally.
Oh, I love it. They say you're the man's the head, but we're the neck, and we put them wherever we want to put them. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
I want you to just talk about a few pieces, and then the fundraiser, because that's what I'm excited about.
Okay. We forgot about love. Beautiful love.
Bringing you the best in entertainment, entrepreneurship, business owners, the whole gamut. It's so exciting. I am so impressed. The vibrancy in the car and the details. Can we hold one up?
Oh, absolutely. I'll hold on. I'll hold up one of my absolute favorites.
So you really can't judge a book by its cover. And pageants are about beauty and brains and what you can bring to the platform.
'Cause girl, when you're here, nothing goes wrong. Yes, I need you everything.
Bringing you the finest in chefs in the DMV.
Oh my goodness. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Smoked pulled pork.
So everybody wave to your parents. You are looking at Somerset's finest, the sophisticated ladies. Yes! Thank you so much, ladies. And I hope to see you on my set one day. Thank you. God bless you. And we're going to be doing a lot of collaboration and a lot of great things together. Glory to God. Bam! Boom! Ta-da!
Oh, yeah. We right here, y'all.
Something you never had, you need to do something you've never done.
Yes.
We gon' sing right here. Yeah, Miss Renee. Oh, yeah. We gon' do it here. Right here in Listen Vision, y'all. Oh, yeah. Miss Renee. I like how you sing it. Girl, I like how you sing it now. And where we at now?
Yes, welcome. Wait, let's try that again. Welcome. Yes.
Hello.
Welcome to the Dr. Renee Allen and Friends Show on WLVS, right across the street from Howard University, and in the voice of Dr. Renee Allen, HU. Did I say it right? I hope so. No. I did. Okay, I got to work on it. My name is Dr. Nakia Wright, and I am standing in for the one and only infamous Dr. Renee Allen. She has some very hard shoes to fill, but I am going to do my absolute best to represent her well. Many know Dr. Renee Allen. She is a friend to all. She promotes so many platforms. She's about women's empowerment. She's about bettering the communities. She is about getting voices out because her platform is you matter, your voice matter. You are necessary to make the world great, and it gives me great joy and honor to represent her on this evening. Yes. Boop, boop, boop. And she's actually going to be joining us via phone today at 7:45, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I hope that if you're watching online, Dr. Renee, if I'm doing good, give me some hearts. Let me know that I'm representing you well. Today, we are going to start out with one of the guests for this evening. We actually have a phenomenal platform. We have Danita Whitaker, who's going to be sharing with us her dream, her promise, her destiny. It is my heart's desire that after you hear her story, that you will join her on the journey. She has some great things that is happening, and I promise you, it is going to be a blessing to all who love vanity. She is speaking to the vanity of a woman. You're going to enjoy her. We also have the Dream Team. Part of the Dream Team is in the studio tonight. We have Elder Diane Smith, who's going to be joining me, and the one and only, always behind the scenes, but tonight she's going to be at the table, Miss Sharmonique Bynum. We're going to be talking about our newest literary work and what we've been doing with that. So come on, it's going to be a great evening. Again, I welcome you if you're joining us from WLVS Live online, if you're joining us from the social media platform, if you're joining from Danita's page, welcome. Happy Wednesday. We're happy to share this moment with you. So without further ado, let me introduce my very first guest for this evening. Her name is Danita Whitaker. Yes.
Hello.
Wait, soon to be Mrs.
Hooper.
Hooper. Yes, Hooper. Yes. I'm excited. I love young love. I love all types of love, and I'm excited about their covenant and their union. Tonight I asked her to come here. She holds a very special place in my heart. And she's come out with a phenomenal product that I want to share with you all on this evening. But before we get started, let her introduce herself, and let's talk about the journey. Let's talk about what it is that you're presenting to us tonight.
So, hi everyone. My name is Danita Whitaker, and I'm presenting my new flat iron by DW Royal Queen.
Come on now. Don't you wish in your early 20s that you started building your empire this early? Can you imagine where she's going to be when she reached 40? The world will know who you are.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah. I just spoken in your life. You know I sleep
In
next to the
existence.
prophet.
I'm sorry,
Come on
I'm
now.
sorry. Right.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yes.
So my journey to starting hair was like at 11. At 7, I knew I wanted to do hair, but I didn't know if I was destined to do it. My grandmother was my biggest motivator. I swear, like she could tell you can do anything, and you'll believe it.
Yes.
So I started hair at 11, and it started out with just braids, but I specialize in weaves, closures, anything with weave. That's what I love to do. I wanted to come out with my own flat iron because I break flat irons like no tomorrow.
Wow.
Like, it's not even funny. And I was like, I'm so tired of spending money on them, and it costs so much. So I just wanted to bring out something that was affordable.
That's so
And
good.
yeah, for us, because we can never find a flat iron that heats up to 450.
Yes.
Yes, so they're really hot. They're really good for your hair. It has a laser light in the inside, so it can help your broke ends if you don't go to the salon on a regular
Do y'all
for
hear
split
this?
ends. So it's a great product, and I can't wait to share it with the world.
That's good. How about this? She had a problem, and she created a solution for her problem that's going to pay her.
Yes.
Come on now. Amazing. I am so excited about it. Now, she has an event coming up, and we're going to talk about that. But let's first talk about, how did you come up with the name to the flat iron?
I always, from a little girl, called myself a queen. Like,
Yes, queen.
So,
You better speak over your life.
so royal is just something that's great. So I just felt like royal queen. Like, it doesn't really have a meaning behind it, but it's just, I just always thought highly of myself. My grandmother was one of my big motivators.
Come on, Grandma.
So-
Yes.
With my skin complexion and just teaching me how to be positive and always like just being the best that I could be. So I just put DW, which is my name, Danita Whitaker, and then Royal Queen behind it.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That is good. Now, when I saw that she had DW, I said, so what is the name going to be once you get married?
I know, right?
I'm excited because she's having an event to introduce this product to the world this coming weekend, and I'll let her talk a little bit about the event and how you can participate and be a part of this moment. It is my heart's desire that every hairdresser that is listening to this or see it on social media, that you support her works. I am very big on supporting young African Americans, young children, young kids, young adults doing great things. I love keeping our money in the community, and I believe that if she say this product is good, then the product is good. And I love that she targeted the areas that we have the most issues with. So, but this is not just for African American hair, correct?
No, it's not.
Okay,
For
yes.
everyone.
Well, it's for the weave, so.
Definitely for the weave. So the event will be Sunday, September 16th.
This
at
Sunday.
Bundles by Renz. In
What's
Temple
that
Hills,
again?
Maryland. Bundles by Renz.
Bundles by Renz.
Yeah.
Mhm. Jacob, you should have a flyer on her event.
I know.
Yes,
I should have
put
bought
that-
one out.
No,
with
we
me.
got you. Look at that.
There we go. We'll have food, we'll have giveaways, we'll have bundles deals, bundles by Friends, the location that we're holding in that. He's doing deals just for that day. And then we have custom boxes. Oh, I'm so upset I didn't bring it for my son because my brand is dedicated to my son. Last year, I lost him to domestic violence, child abuse, and yeah, this is how I created it.
Yes, this is a great way to keep his memory alive.
I
love the fact that she's committed to keeping his memory alive. I tell her and the young ladies that I met through A Woman's Voice that when I look at strength and when I look at who my hero is, these young ladies are my heroes because they have the strength to get up every day after such a tragedy. And I love the fact that she's getting the power out of the pain. Yeah. She's taking something that could have had the potential to break her, and now it's about to make you a millionaire.
Hopefully, yes.
Why do you keep adding hopefully after? I'm speaking into your life, honey.
Into existence.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And she gonna pay her tithes to the gathering at Fordsville, honey. We all gonna be blessed.
I know.
Yes.
But yeah, this was like a hard milestone to like overcome. I knew that I wanted to create something in memory of my son, but I wanted to do something that I loved, and here was what kept me going. Like September 2016, on the 16th, he passed away. I actually had to pull the plug because he was 100% brain dead. So on that day, I felt like I would never go to work again. And that's when I felt like I needed to open my own brand so I could be available to my next child.
Amen. Yes. Yeah. So she took the thing that she was passionate about and she created something that was potentially a problem, breaking the flat irons, and now it's about to pay her. If you are not able to come to the event on Sunday, which you have enough time to cancel everything that you had planned, and actually many of you didn't have anything planned because you thought that we were going to be rained in the house, and since the forecast has changed and it's going to be a pretty nice day, your calendar is clear. So you actually can join us on Sunday, September the 16th. Jacob, you know I need a little help. From, 3 to 6?
3 to 7.
3 to 7.
I'm sorry. Well, for us, we might need to be there at 3, but 3, so 4 to 7:30.
Yes, and the location is 3900 Bexley Place in Suitland, Maryland. And if you have any questions, if you want to know more about the event, if you want to know how to reach her, you can reach her via phone at 240-361. Is that your cell phone number?
Yeah.
240-361-7103. We need to get her a Google number, Shami.
Okay.
And then, or you can visit her on Facebook at Denita A. Whitaker, Denita Whitaker, or on Instagram. This is real easy. First Lady DW. So it's the number 1 ST Lady DW on Instagram.
Yes.
And if you follow her on her social media pages, myself or Renee, we're going to make sure that the information for the event is on our social media pages. I just challenge, and it's a heart call, and I'm just asking everyone, please support her. Please let it be standing room only in this event. I want her to sell out of her product so that she know that her choice was a right choice.
Oh, thank
yes,
you.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say as we close this segment?
I am doing a pre-sale right now for $75. The product will be $100 once the 16th pass on my website at www.theroyalqueen.com.
Come on, website.
And also you can, if you want to pre-order the flat irons, you can do Cash App at Denita16. So DENITA 16. I think that's about it.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. My followers getting up there now.
Yes, come on. I need some help with my followers. So after y'all follow her, come on over to Lady Nakia Wright and follow me. I want to be able to do the swipe up. And I think I only have like 2,000, a little over 2,000. I can't swipe up with that.
Oh.
And I refuse to buy because I'm not going to cheat my way to success. So
yes.
Y'all, these followers got to be homegrown. So y'all help me out. Y'all get y'all followers to follow me.
Yes.
And her too. Yes.
And if you don't, go to her church and then you will follow her.
Let me
Because
tell you.
I've been there like swimwear ever since I've been there. I ain't going nowhere.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
And we're going to come back next Wednesday and talk about the success of this event next Wednesday. It's
Yes.
going to be phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you how she sold out. She has all these pre-orders. It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Sharmi and Diane are going to join me at the table, and we're going to talk about the Inspired by Love book that just launched this past Saturday. I'm excited about it. We'll be right back.
Please share.
Well, it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not for me. But the wind is right, we can sail away. Find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. It's not far to Never, Never Land. No reason to pretend that if the wind is right, we can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Dreaming the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free. Fantasy, it gets the best of me when I'm sailing. Yeah. All caught up in the reverie. Every word is a symphony. Won't you believe me? Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Dreaming the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free.
Welcome back to the Dr. Renee Allen and Friends show here at WLVS, right across the street from Howard University.
HU?
Yes, she
I don't
did
think
it.
I did it right.
We need Shalonda. Even
We
though
need
she don't, we need
Shalonda.
Shalonda. Thank you for joining us. What I forgot to say, and I know that my name is Dr. Nakia Wright, and I am sitting in for, I'm trying to fill the very tall shoes of Renee. It's virtually impossible. I'm just honored that she trusts me enough with her gift to have me sit in with her. It is truly an honor. I know that the sponsors to her show are Nevetica, The Pet's Choice. This is something that she's been working on with Dr. Lance London for some time. It is going to be a game changer. She'll give you all of the details next week, but I do know that there's an app coming out, and everything. It's like a one-stop pet shop. She's very, very motivated about it. She's very, very passionate about it. See, if you're on the screen, look at all these pet products. You got paw protectors. I mean, everything that you could possibly want for your pet from the inside out. Nevetica has it. So you follow her on social media, join the movement, sign up, do whatever it is that she needs. I promise you it'll be an investment. It's very similar to Danita. It'll pay you. You can just sit at home and the Nevetica will work for you. And I believe Carolina Kitchen, Dr. Lance London, most of you know, he's the owner of Carolina Kitchen. He's a huge sponsor on the Dr. Renee Allen and Friends show. That place has fed all of our fat girl fetishes. So, hey, if you don't feel like cooking and you want a home cooked meal, make sure you go to Carolina Kitchen.
Carolina Kitchen.
I'm not well prepared, so I can't give you no addresses or anything. We all have smartphones. Google it, Carolina Kitchen. It gives me great honor to introduce the young ladies that are sitting with me. They share life with me. Nothing great that has happened in this part of my life, in this season of my life, that did not include them. And it gives me so much honor to introduce everyone. If you've been to my events, you've heard how I introduce Dr. Elder. I'm acting like Cheney. Yes. You've heard how I introduce Elder Diane Smith. When I introduce her, I say I trust her with my everything. There's not one area of my life. Her number is keyed in on my kid's phone. You know, if you can't get my husband, the next person you call is Diane Smith. So it always gives me great joy to share platforms with her. And here, she likes to be behind the scenes, but tonight, yes! We have Charmy, executive producer extraordinaire, prayer warrior, intercessor, admin guru, whatever you need. That's who Charmy is. I don't know where I would be without her. I think I've stood on her shoulders in my weakest moments, and her strength has got me to where I am, and I owe her so much. I cannot imagine this journey without her on it. I always tell her, if you leave me, you better take me with you. Both of these ladies shared a very special moment in our lives on Saturday. We wrote, Elder Diane and I, we wrote a book. Actually, we wrote a portion of the book, Inspired by Love. Both of us have a chapter in this book. This is a literary work that Dr. Don M. Harvey invited us to join her on. Yes. It's been 2 years in the making, and when I tell you, this could not come at a more vital time in the earth. Inspired by Love is basically exactly what it says. She took every aspect of life. She invited people to share in this book for people that were divorced, people that were single, people who fought with depression and self-esteem issues. Somebody like myself who's newly married, who spent most of her life single. Now I've connected my life, my destiny with this phenomenal, great man, Bishop Donald Wright, who is a general in the kingdom. He is my king, my boo. He make my knees weak. Let me tell you something. I can't imagine this man right here, he is my boo. Let me ring a bell.
That's right. Ring the bell. Ring your own bell. Here we go.
You say, when you find somebody that love you the way that he loves me, I truly, truly honor him. I always say that he is my gift from God. So I have a good marriage. I don't know about him, but I got a great marriage. You got to ask him. He's a great guy. I love him so much. She took people who have nothing in common, And together as one, we created this great literary work. If any of you know Dr. Harvey, she's a humble servant for the Lord. She's a pastor, she's a publicist, she's a manager. I mean, anything that I've ever needed, I call her an answer. She has always been there. She was like, oh, you want to do a stationery line? Oh, you want to do journals? Oh, you want to... No matter what you need, she creates a way to make it happen. Yeah. You better have friends like that in your life that when you call, they can produce something.
How about that?
If you don't, circle check. And Dr. Harvey has reached her quota, so don't call her and ask her.
She got enough of her circle already.
She's reached her quota, so you got to find somebody else. I'm pretty sure she does referrals. But I appreciate her because of her authenticity, who she is in the earth. That one thing that I admire about the people that I love is consistency. When you are consistent with me, let me tell you something. I keep you close to my heart because consistency is key. And authenticity and this, I don't have time to figure out what you're thinking, what you're going through. One day you up, one day you down. I'm not doing that. And I appreciate her. She's a prayer warrior. She is for women's empowerment. She's for marriages. She's for singles. I mean, she is truly phenomenal. So when she asked us to join her in this literary work, after I got permission from my leader, wives, make sure that you always get permission from your leaders before you say yes to anything. I asked Elder D to join me on the journey. I didn't. You see, Marcy always tell people that I volunteered them.
Yes.
I asked them in such an aggressive way that they feel like they was forced to do it.
I am a witness.
And I love her because I called her and I told her about Don's heart. And I asked her, will you join me on this journey? And she said, just give me a couple days to pray about it. And she said, I'm going to say yes because it's you, but I want to make sure the Lord is okay with this. And when she came back and said that, okay, what we got to do, I was so excited. So share with me, with the audience that's viewing, the sentiments of your heart as it pertains to Inspired by Love.
Sure. I actually am not only amazed. I think so often we are invited to endeavors under one umbrella, and then you find yourself like, wow, I never thought it would evolve to what it did. It's amazing what a yes will produce.
Yes.
So just coming from a lane that I normally don't talk about, not because I don't have anything to say, but I believe that speaking from the perspective of being a modern day single, there's just one segment that's represented so often in the mainstream. My reality is not insecure. It's not being Mary Jane. It's none of those things. So
thank you, Jesus.
I just wanted to give a perspective for many in the modern day scheme of things who are not spoken of or highlighted, and just share from a very vulnerable, transparent place, and offer some enlightenment and some tools that I thought would help as it pertains to finding your seat of happiness and maintaining it. And ultimately that lies in fulfillment and purpose. So
that's so good. Her chapter is entitled "You Are Enough," and I do believe that sometimes that it's good. It's a great reminder that you do not have to be married in order to feel complete. And I believe that her chapter really does address the insecurities of singles that most people have, but she doesn't address it from the normal part. She addresses it all from the positive. She shows you what's already inside you and how to apply it. This book for me is a game changer. I believe it is an answered prayer. I believe that it when you take people who are willing to share their truth, just to be an answer, as fragile as truth sometimes is, it's a risk to take to tell your truth without the possibility of it backfiring on you. And when you have the courage to tell your truth in today's society, it's hats off to me. I mean, you are the real MVPs. Yeah. And she did exactly what the Lord told her to do, and I believe that it will be transforming. My chapter is actually called The Right, WRIGHT, kind of love. And I was fortunate enough to share Saturday with my husband, and him and I basically discussed the right kind of love, what love looks like, what it does not look like through our eyes, because the only thing that we can share is our own personal, intimate experiences on our own marriage. No two marriages will ever look alike. The one thing that you can do to damage your own self and your mate is to compare your marriage to somebody else's. There's no way that your union will be like somebody else because you didn't marry who that other person married. And we talk about the identity of your union and how you walk strongly in your one, and that how unique it is and the strength that comes with being unique. I'm excited about it. Bishop put his stamp of approval on it, which means a lot because my husband is a general in the kingdom. Nothing happens on the earth that the Lord didn't share with him first. He is a prophet for this nation, and when he says it's good, let me tell you something. I feel like New York Times bestseller author. Let me tell you something. I feel like it should be a limo waiting for me outside. My driver is here to pick me up. My butler is at home waiting for me. I mean, that's the status I feel when he puts his stamp of approval on it. Because yeses don't come easy from great men. So when they give a yes, you honor that, and you feel like, oh my goodness, I am somebody. So I'm sitting here as a contributor to Inspired by Love, feeling like I'm somebody. Thank you, baby. Saturday, we had our official launch. Don brought in all the authors in one place. And we wanted everyone to hear the intensity of the authors and their passion before they read the book. And when I tell you these ladies brung it, let me tell you something.
All of it.
Sharmi, share with us. Sharmi set it off. Okay, so Sharmi, I never have an event that I'm involved in that Sharmi does not open up in prayer, because she sets the environment for any atmosphere that I'm able to speak in. She makes speaking easy. And so Sharmi set it off, and she was there. Sharmi, share with us some of your experiences from Saturday's book launch.
Well, Saturday was great. And here's the thing. I don't just say that because Elder D and Lady Nakia and Lady Harvey were a part of it. Yes, I celebrate them. But it's rare, I feel like, to find women that come together and truly are just open, transparent, honest about being who they are and providing answers. Yes. And everybody that came was receptive. Yes. And it made the moment feel like a safe place. Yes. I mean, it was truly a safe place. I mean, from the kickoff to the end, each author that shared, I felt like I found a piece of me in them.
That's good, Sean.
And I feel like that's how it should be. Mm-hmm. You should always be able to find an answer in someone who's willing to expose their truth to bring light.
Yeah.
Even if the whole thing doesn't work for you, you should be able to find something. And that's what happened for me. I found answers. It was a great day.
It's good.
Great day.
And from the very beginning, it was nothing but God, because we literally had, we knew we were going to do it at 5.5 weeks. We actually planned in 4.5 weeks, and we had a sold out packed event.
Sold out.
I mean, and I believe that in DMV, I think it was probably 190 events going on Saturday.
Yeah, easy.
Yes. And in a place where there's so many options, I counted not robbery that each heart that was in that room came. Nobody left early. Everyone was there, and they were receptive. We prayed and we fasted that the moment would transform hearts and transform minds and jumpstart somebody's hope again. Yes. And the environment was what everyone needed for that to take place.
Exactly.
And I believe mission accomplished.
So do I.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Dee, you were actually privileged to be able to read the book from start to finish. She was one of the editors of the book. So, Dee, won't you highlight a few of your favorite pieces of the book?
Absolutely.
And look, if you want to purchase your book, on Friday, books will be available on sale at I always get this wrong. Sharmi is over here saying, Sharmi, what's our website for them to purchase the book?
www.awomensvoicematters.net.
Yes, Sharmi. Sharmi, say it one more time, Sean.
www.awomensvoicematters.net.
Yeah, so on Friday, the books will be available for sale, and we have put together some special trinkets for you to make it a little packet. So I think that you will really enjoy it. But Dee, come on, tell us a few of your favorite parts of the book.
Oh my God.
You better go to page 97 first.
How about, can I just say,
that's the start of my chapter.
I just have to say the entire book, what makes it so phenomenal to me is that it addresses every diversity of experience in life. And it does not come from the perspective of victim, but it comes from the perspective of I came, I conquered, and now I am now leveled up to another experience where I have been able to take the meat of what I've been through and now set a feast for others to eat off of and really walk away with some heart-wrenching examination, but not only examine, but walk away with some tools to really be happy in all levels of life.
And that's good.
Now, as far as your chapter, can we just talk about what I love?
Yes, come on.
What
she
I
wants
love.
to do my chapter.
I'm gonna start with yours. I'm gonna start with yours and back out. But the right kind of love, I think any connection, the foundation outside of Christ and outside of love is communication. And so we talk so much about it, but we don't see it expressed in just basic ways or in a simplistic manner where we can catch the meat of what am I doing wrong.
Amen.
And I love that you were vulnerable. You shared real life scenarios that everyone can glean from, that they're living in a day-to-day reality, especially, and you say it so well in your book, when you take the courage to try again.
Come on here.
That is powerful. You know, it ain't over until you say it's over. And so often we give up and don't realize that your breakdown is actually your breakout. So I really enjoyed that, and I think that you gave great tools and you gave a lot of resources for people to just take a look and say, perhaps, you know, my marriage would be that much more better if I just take some of the principles that are expressed in your willingness to be naked.
That's good.
Yes.
I learned from the best. I learned from my husband through my agony, because when we were first married, he would share some intimate pieces of our union in the pulpit. And I would sit there like, Nakia, your face, everything you're thinking reads on your face. So how are you going to sit here and not look like what he's saying is so agonizing, or look like that you're sitting here like when he puts that microphone down and he walks to his office, I'm going to clothesline him in his neck. So I didn't want my face to look like what I was actually thinking. And I was like, why are you sharing this? And sometimes I was hearing pieces of his heart for the first time over the microwave. This is what I was thinking. And one day I said to him, I said, why do you expose so much of our marriage in front of people? I am not comfortable with that. And he said, that's the only way I'm going to be able to save somebody.
That's true.
Yes.
And from that point on, I never questioned the things that he shared. And I've learned to be extremely grateful, because if he's sharing it, then the lesson was in the moment. We had already gotten the lesson, and it made us stronger. So I no longer agonize over it. I learned to allow that to help me share it with others. So when someone comes to you and talk to you about their marriage, and you be like, oh, we went through that. You realize that you don't go through what you go through for you and you alone. You go through so you can help somebody else come out.
Right.
And so it was easier for me to write our truth down on paper, because what you have to realize is, in this age of social media where opinions feel like it's stronger than facts, it's not easy to live in the public eye. But one thing I've never been was a punk. So it takes courage to live out in the open. And if you need somebody, here I am.
Look, transparency saves.
Yeah, it does.
Transparency saves.
It does.
Because that's the only way some people, like Bishop said, will get it, is if they can look and see themselves in your situation.
Yes.
Not necessarily comparing, but just to see like, I'm not the only one.
Yes.
That's the truth.
I'm not the only one.
And oftentimes we're living proof that you can come out.
Exactly.
Yes.
We're living proof that one choice will change your entire
Exactly.
life. And you have to choose to A, want better, and B, to come out of whatever it is
Yes.
that you're in.
Agreed. Absolutely agree.
So what's your next favorite one?
So I like the fight, and I actually liked every single author's contribution, and I say that from a very raw place because I believe every single last one of them were raw. They were willing to tell you some truths that you probably wasn't even expecting them to share.
What?
But you can walk away knowing, oh, these women laid their heart on the line. We exemplify what the title says,
Yes.
inspired by love. But the fight, so many of us get into fights that we didn't see coming.
True.
And when the wind of life is knocked out of you and you didn't expect to be going through what you're going through, how do I face it like a champ as a believer?
Yeah.
And I love the focus of the chapter, not just going through the fight, but how do I come out sane?
Amen.
How do I come
That's
out
key.
still
That's
centered,
key.
grounded,
Same.
and knowing that it's okay to not have all the answers immediately, but knowing that using the blueprint of the word and applying scripture in context, not out of context,
In context.
but in context, be able to know that you were built to fight, and not fight always, but knowing that once you utilize the principles of the word, that you will come out shining more than you did when you went in.
Yes, Lord.
So I am so Victoria Showell. I wanted to make sure that I was quoting the right author for that chapter. Outstanding. Not only was she vulnerable, but I love that she spoke to things that most people would not say. Because they're so concerned about their reputation.
Yes.
And I believe every last person in here left their reputation off the table and said, hey, if I'm going to save the masses without worried about saving myself.
That's it. That's it. The one thing that I love is that many of us all have testimonies. We all have a past. We're not denying our past. My bishop said something that's so key. He said, I may have done what you said I did, but I am not who you say I am. And there is victory on the other side of this.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Inspired by Love to me is a salute to victory.
Yes.
It is a book that I believe every library should have. The price points on the book alone, I believe, is $20, and it is an investment to your future self. It'll minister to your now. It'll help you in your future, and I believe that it's a legacy game changer. It's one of those books that you'll pass on, and you'll say, "When I didn't have an answer, but I had hope, Inspired by Love helped me."
Yeah,
I do believe that. I believe that Dr. Dawn was before her time when she wrote this, when she had this in mind. And I do stand behind the words in this book that it will truly transform your life. On Saturday, we also had a VIP brunch, and at that brunch, Gina Neely was our keynote speaker. She was really good.
She was really good.
Most people, most people know her. She had the #1 cook show on the Food Network.
Yes.
For
yes.
8 seasons.
Yes.
And she went through life. Life is the thing that happens between our in between your plans.
Yeah.
She went through life, and as faithful as God is, her setback prepared her for the greatest comebacks that she could have ever imagined. So make sure you follow Gina Neely on social media, because she has some major announcements coming out soon. She came out with her own candle line and her own body spray, and they're game changers. You will not go to Neiman Marcus and buy that grapefruit candle no more. You will buy Gina Neely's candles, because they shut Neiman Marcus down. So make sure you go and you follow her. And actually, her manager is Dawn Harvey. Let me tell you something, honey. That baby got multiple streams of income. Amen. She will never be broke. If I need some, as a matter of fact, now can I borrow $10? Yes, and they are a great team. They are a dynamic duo, and let me tell you, they are knocking doors down, and they are producing greatness from the works that's in them, and I'm excited about them together and the things that they're doing. So make sure you do follow Dawn M. Harvey on social media, and you'll find everything that's going on with Gina. And if you did not hear my plea for followers in the first segment of this show, I told you that my name is Lady Nakia Wright, and I need to get my followers up on Instagram so I can do the swipe up. I think you need like 10,000 followers
What is
to do
the swipe up?
You know,
Clearly,
when you-
I don't have enough followers.
So, look, so when you have a website, you can be like, well, swipe up to purchase or swipe up for the story.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so I want to be able to
we
do
need
the
more
swipe up.
followers.
So,
Well, come on, help us get a
up.
swipe.
Lady Nakia Wright, I speak a swipe up over my future
swipe
Yes.
before 2018 is up. And I already said, I am not cheating and buying my followers. Them
Don't you
followers are
dare.
going to be homegrown.
Come on now.
And y'all going to help me grow. And this is going to be, look, we're going to all celebrate. I'm going to get the balloons.
I'm glad I didn't do that promotion like I started to do yesterday. We would have bought them followers.
You see that? This is it right here. Look, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good old party when I
Yeah,
get
we
to my
are.
swipe
Yeah,
up
we are.
followers.
And you are getting to it.
I'm going to get it. I'm
Yeah, you
excited.
are.
And then I'm going to have to find some
yeah,
products
yeah.
to sell because right now I probably just got. No, I do have products
You
to
do
sell.
have products to sell now.
I have Inspired by Love. I have a Just Right lipstick line that I did in collaboration with Wink and Pow, Kim, celebrity makeup artist Kim Lee. I have
When I say
journals.
it's great, I mean it's great. And for me to say that, come on, y'all, it's great.
Yes.
Great color.
I have journals.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff.
Go to right now. You're gonna have to go to the website at www.
.womansvoicematters.net.
Yes, yes. So we're going to actually call Renee really fast to talk to her briefly.
And don't forget, Lady Harvey just created the Facebook page for the book as well.
Yes, we have a Facebook page
Yes.
for Inspired by Love
2018.
The Facebook page is Inspired by Love 2018. Please go to Facebook and like the page. We want you to, if you were in attendance on Saturday, we want you to upload your pictures. We want to hear your videos, your feedback about the book.
Yes.
The authors will be coming on and doing a live about their chapter every now and again. Oh, this is Renee.
Yes.
We need the thing.
What thing?
The plug to
Jacob.
You don't have one?
Oh no, we might be good.
No, we're not good. Dr.
Take the
Allen.
case off.
Hi, we're trying to bring you through the speakers. Do you have that
us
white
one
plug,
moment.
D? You don't?
But lady, no, she has the
Let's see.
yeah.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
she'll be good.
I just took the case
Oh.
off so you.
Dr. Allen?
Yes.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Hello, Dr. Allen.
You ladies are killing the game.
Thank you for trusting
everybody
us.
Listening? Everybody listening, listen. My makeshift bell.
I love it. I love it. I told everyone I have some tall shoes to fill. I know that I can't, but I am honored that you chose me.
Yes.
Yes, very briefly, Dr. Allen, we were just talking about Inspired by Love, about the book and the launch on Saturday. And of course, we would not have had that launch without the People's MC. She was there working that red carpet. Jacob, show us some pictures of Dr. Allen. She was working that
Come
red
on
carpet.
now.
She was the MC of the event, and she was so phenomenal. Dr. Allen, share your thoughts on Saturday.
Well, first and foremost, woman of God, diva for God, Bishop's love of his life. Thank you for sitting in, because, I trust you. Just like you trust Elder D and Shami Sham, I trust you.
Yes.
And I love y'all for being there today since I couldn't get down to D.C. God bless y'all.
We love you. It's an honor. Thank you.
Yes. Well, Dr. Pastor Dawn Harvey, and I go back a long way. And what's so interesting about what happened on Saturday is that I had not spoken about that until Saturday publicly. And then to have women of the likes of you, Lady Nakia Wright, and the Women's Voice and all the women that were there, it just was phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, Pastor Dawn Harvey, she's before her time. I say just like Bishop Wright, your boo, because they both wrote books way before their time, and when they finally published them, it was right on time.
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
May I tell you something else?
What's that?
I have my just right lip gloss on.
Let me tell you something. When you walk in the room with that just right lip gloss on, honey, you are a magnet for attention.
I love it. I love it. No matter what shade you are, look, dark as night, light as white, it looks just right.
I'm going to have to use that. We might even add that to our marketing plan.
Yes. And, oh, go ahead, Shami. Ring that bell, boo. Ring that bell.
Yes. I love when you host, because when you host, you bring all of who you are to the forefront. And not only do you honor the ones that invited you, but you are so transparent and you are so welcoming that, you be like, oh, she must have been a keynote herself.
Oh, you are too kind, always pouring into the earth and uplifting women every day, 24/7. But I love to MC because so many times when I was modeling and doing other things, I would find that some of the MCs were not making everyone feel important, and everyone's a VIP. So that was my whole thing about the People's MC, which I was pegged by the wife of Rashawn Baker during his campaign. She is the one that pegged me, Christy. And it's kind of stuck, and people loved it, so I just ran with it. But I really, truly love women, really all people, and I love to empower them and make them feel good and edify them, because you never know what people need.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I said, when I opened up the show, I said, you are a great example. You always push people to the forefront. You always you provide platforms for people to know that you matter, your voice matters, and we see you. So I honor and salute you for consistently being that loud beacon of light in the earth.
Yes. My God, well, you know your nickname, Shami, Lady D. Do you remember the nickname that I gave her? It begins with an L. She is the light. That is her nickname. Lady Nakia Wright, you are the light. You are the light. And let me give a little shout out. Let me give a little shout out because Lady Rochelle Wilson dressed me that day because I came in with a green outfit, but I wanted to be inspired like everybody else. So when I put on that shirt, I didn't have anything to go under. And Rochelle Wilson, she said, bam, boom, pow, and put a black, beautiful, curvy skirt on, and then had the nerve to give it to me. Boom.
Oh, isn't that a blessing? I was wondering where you got that bottom from because I knew you said you didn't have anything. Oh, that was fabulous.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even have to ask her. She heard the conversation.
Oh, wow. Let me tell you something. Lady Wilson is a part of my tribe, and I love her so much. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Lady Wilson, she just started her own education consulting firm. So can you please follow Rochelle Wilson on Facebook? I mean, she does everything that you can think of for a child and the betterment of a child's educational future. And so I highly recommend her consulting services. Again, Rochelle Wilson. Please follow her on social media.
And you know what, lady? You know what, Lady Nakia?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, since we're talking about your bestie, and I became friends with her through you, so thank you very much. She's also getting ready to hit a platform of phenomenal women with the, I think it's called Success Women's Conference, because my friend Trevor Otts and the whole tribe, I think, are backing that. But she's getting ready to hit the big time.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. I say this and I take no credit. It just sounds good. Everything attached to me is supposed to win. Let me tell you something. So I expect nothing less from her. This is good. This is good. That's your bell. I love it. Thank you for joining us tonight, Dr. Allen. You are wonderful.
Thank you. Look, I love it. It's so funny that I'm on this end, and it just shows that this show and the platform is just really, really needed for women, across the world. And I just want to say congratulations to Pastor Dr. Dawn M. Harvey, yourself, and every phenomenal panelist on this Inspired by Love. Yes, thank you. I love you.
Love you. Thank you. If you were not able to make the book launch, we're actually the Life of Books. which is a segment of A Woman's Voice. We take a journey through the pages of books, and every last Saturday of the month, we select a read to discuss. And I always say that me and my girls, we just sitting around the fireplace discussing the sentiments of our heart and letting you listen. So on Saturday, September the 29th, myself and the Life of Books crew is actually going to be discussing Inspired by Love. And I'm excited about it.
Me too.
Make sure you tune in. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, and it is a sacrifice of time to get up that early on a Saturday. But I believe that anything worth getting requires a sacrifice. And I'm talking to myself and letting you listen. You can get up early on Saturday morning and join us online live. We love to hear comments. We love to hear feedback. And you just motivate us to be greater.
Exactly.
So join us on Saturday, September 29th, The Life of Books, as we discuss Inspired by Love. Very briefly, 30 seconds. Dee, do you have any closing sentiments?
Get the book.
A woman of powerful words.
I think that there's wealth of wisdom on every page. You feel the heart of the authors, and I commend them for coming outside of their own hiding places to rescue some folk who don't even know the depths of answers that await them on every page.
That's good. I love it. Charm.
I would just say, find out what love inspires you to do. There are many answers within you if you would take the time to dig them out, to cultivate them.
That's good.
And whatever greatness you find within, pursue that.
Amen. On behalf of myself, Dr. Nakia Wright, I want to thank WLVS and Dr. Renee Allen for trusting me with this hour. I do not take it lightly. I will just leave with you all that greatness is within you. I'm echoing the sentiments of Sharmi. Most of the time, what it takes is stick-to-itiveness to bring it to pass.
Yes.
And I'll just say to commit to your own future and your own destiny. That way you will live a life that you won't regret. On behalf of myself, Dr. Nakia Wright, on the Renee Allen and Friends show, we wish you well, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Good night.
Miss Renee show. Hey, Miss Renee show. Where we at on Miss Renee show?